So you're thinking about getting into hiking, but you don't know where to begin. You've probably seen lots of videos on YouTube, hiking tips for beginners and essential gear you must buy for hiking. Here's another one for you. But this one's going to be a little bit different. While all the others make it seem very complicated and an expensive hobby for all the essential gear they say you need to buy, it can seem quite daunting to try and get into hiking. I'm here to tell you that they are overcomplicating it, and in this video I'm going to bring you 8 tips for hiking as a beginner to get you started, and I'm going to tell you why you are probably already perfectly fine to just go out for a hike. But before we get into today's video, if you're a fan of hiking, wild camping and budget gear reviews, then you've come to the right place, because that's all I do and I upload once a week. Now with that being said, let's get on with today's video. Tip number 1, get yourself a decent backpack. This one is a 24-litre Lowe Alpine Airzone trail, and I picked it up on eBay for £21 plus postage and packaging. So it was second hand, but I've had it for over a year now and it's done me perfectly fine. If you don't like the idea of buying a second hand backpack, if you shop around, you can find cheaper backpacks than that are brand new. Go Outdoors in particular do some very cheap day packs. What we mean by day packs when we're talking about hiking backpacks is backpacks that you take out on a day hike. Simple as that. I'd say if you're just hiking for a day, anything from 20 to 30 litres is probably going to do you perfectly fine. Like I say, mine's 24 litres, so pretty much bang in the middle of that. It depends what you're going to take, really. Tip number 2, boots. Now it's important to look after your feet when you're out hiking. They're the vehicles that are going to take you on your journeys over many miles. I bought this pair of Karrimor mount boots from Sports Direct of all places. £49 they cost me, so they didn't exactly break the bank. And Sports Direct is a great example of somewhere you might not immediately think to shop for hiking gear, but they offer some good options on a budget. We're on top of Yes Tor, second highest point on Dartmoor. That's the highest over there, High Willows. It's 2 metres taller than where we are now, but Yes Tor's prettier, so I thought I'd bring you here. Tip number 3, you might think this is a bit of a contradictory tip to tip number 2, is hiking shoes. If the terrain you'll be walking over is easier going, maybe hiking shoes will be more preferable for you to boots. They're lighter and often more comfortable than boots, but lack the ankle protection and stability of a boot, so perhaps better if you're sticking to trails, while boots would be more preferable for rougher ground. I picked up a great pair for just £19 from Decathlon, another place that you might not immediately think of for hiking gear. Tip number 4, water. It's essential to stay hydrated when you're hiking. Bring plenty of water, especially in the summer months when the weather is warmer, and especially when you're hiking somewhere like Dartmoor, where shade from trees is minimal, or up here, non-existent. Tip number 5, pack for all weathers. Now this is dependent on where you're hiking, of course, but here in Britain, and particularly here on the high moor of Dartmoor, or in Britain's more mountainous areas, the weather can change like that. It can be foggy one minute, sunny the next, and chucking it down with rain straight afterwards. And it often changes with little to no warning, so make sure you pack for any potential weather. Bring an extra layer, a waterproof jacket, but also sun cream. Tip number 6, bring a map and compass with you. Now, these will be handy in any location. If you're hiking somewhere you're not familiar with, these are absolutely essential. Don't rely on apps on your phone. They're all well and good, but if your phone breaks or it runs out of battery and you don't know where you're going and you don't have a paper map and compass to fall back on, then you could be in a really dangerous situation really quickly. Tip number 7, bring food and snacks to keep you going along the way. If you're going to be out for a while, it's worth bringing some food along with you to keep your energy up for the hike. Oat and nut bars make great hiking snacks, as does trail mix, graze, or even fruit. But you don't have to overthink things when it comes to food. A packed lunch of a couple of sandwiches and some crisps, fridge raiders, or even a meal deal work just fine to give you that extra fuel for your hike. We've just come down that, and now we're going up that. It's steeper than it looks on camera, I promise you that. Here's a little bonus tip for you. When you see this plant here, this lime green stuff, that means it's horrendous boggy, and avoid those areas. I've just had to walk through some of it, coming down off of Yes Tor and heading up to Westmill Tor. And I'll show you what I mean by it, because when you step on it, oh, that bit's actually quite solid, but it won't all be solid. It's gonna, yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's yeah, it's pretty boggy. But that illustrates nicely why point number 2 is so important, because I've got boggy, wet boots, but my feet inside them are nice and dry. Tip number 8, this one's a bit of a cop-out. Everything else is optional when it comes to hiking, and arguably some of the things I've mentioned in this video are too. If you're new to hiking, don't think you have to rush out and buy all the Gucci gear. You can spend as much or as little as you like. I'm always hiking on a budget, not because I don't do hiking that much or because I'm brand new to it, just because I'm poor, really. So all of my gear is budget, and I've seen some incredible views, been to some amazing places, and the gear's done me proud every time. I've not really had anything fail on me yet. So as we approach Westmill Tor, it brings us not only to the end of the video, but also to my top piece of advice for hiking, and my reason as to why you watching this, no matter how much experience you've got, are already ready to go out and take on a hike of your own, as long as you bring the stuff with you that I've suggested in this video. Human beings have been walking long distances across wild landscapes for as long as we've existed. It's quite literally what we've evolved to do. Our ancestors' need to walk or run long distances shaped our modern biology, from bipedalism to a stabilised head and neck, from an arched foot to efficient heat dissipation. That's sweating to you and me. We evolved to cover great distances as efficiently as possible, and arguably there's no animal on earth better designed for it than us. And just because we don't need to do it on a day-to-day basis to survive, like our ancient ancestors did, doesn't mean we're not still perfectly adapted to doing it, even if it is just as a hobby. So if you're a new hiker thinking about getting into hiking, use this video as a guide, but most importantly, just get out and do it. And with views like this, why wouldn't you want to get into hiking? Thanks for watching. See you again soon for another adventure. Cheers.